Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. Plans are worthless, but planning is everything. You don't lead by hitting people over the head. That's assault, not leadership. A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. We will bankrupt ourselves in the vain search for absolute security. The supreme quality of leadership is integrity. Farming looks mighty easy when your plow is a pencil and you're 1,000 miles from the cornfield. What counts is not necessarily the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog. Never waste a minute thinking about people you don't like. History does not long entrust the care of freedom to the weak or the timid. A soldier's pack is not so heavy a burden as a prisoner's chains. In preparing for battle, I have always found that plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. I have only one yardstick by which I test every major problem, and that yardstick is it good for America? Motivation is the art of getting people to do what you want them to do because they want to do it. There is nothing wrong with America that faith, love of freedom, intelligence, and energy of her citizens cannot cure. Extremes to the right and to the left of any political dispute are always wrong. If a problem cannot be solved, enlarge it. Neither a wise man nor a brave man lies down on the tracks of history to wait for the train of the future to run over him. Peace and justice are two sides of the same coin. A sense of humor is part of the art of leadership, of getting along with people, of getting things done. We seek peace, knowing that peace is the climate of freedom. Only our individual faith in freedom can keep us free. Pessimism never won any battle. The older I get, the more wisdom I find in the ancient rule of taking first things first. The world moves, and ideas that were good once are not always good. I would rather try to persuade a man to go along, because once I have persuaded him, he will stick. Only strength can cooperate, weakness can only beg. We must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. An intellectual is a man who takes more words than necessary to tell more than he knows. I hate war as only a soldier who has lived it can. There is no glory in battle worth the blood it costs. I would rather have a piece of cheese than a piece of cake. No man can always be right, so the struggle is to do one's best to keep the brain and conscience clear. We must be willing to pay a price for freedom. War settles nothing. The problem in defense is how far you can go without destroying from within what you are trying to defend from without. Together we must learn how to compose differences, not with arms, but with intellect and decent purpose. Freedom has its life in the hearts, the actions, the spirit of men, and so it must be daily earned and refreshed.